colorless.
Oh,
Whatever that word is. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Buko Juice. I was thinking earlier. I was thinking if I will ask my players to introduce their characters, but I think it's more interesting for us to um, just start playing, as if this was a normal game. All right. So let's see. The last time we left our intrepid adventurers, they were just leaving the Hellgate that was near the Porcelain Citadel. And the group has decided to. Oh, actually, Shao was not around for the past few sessions. So, what was the last thing you remember? What was the last thing the
me?
vampire remembers?
Well, I remember actually getting out of the monkey fortress
Oh, Monkey
uh,
Fortress.
communing with a flamethrower.
Communing with a flamethrower.
Were you there
Ah,
for the worms?
Yeah, I was there for the worms. I don't remember the worms. I don't remember the space worms here.
yeah.
The last session he was in was session 3. Because I do put
So
attendance on the notes.
Okay.
Dregorious wasn't at the Porcelain Citadel at all.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He was there, but meditating in the cart the whole time.
We had so many parties without you.
Oh, it's all right. I will just sulk in my obsidian citadel.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
It's actually possible we left him and he didn't go into the city at all, right?
No, I think we kept saying he was in the cart,
Yeah.
meditating.
And whenever you tried to get him to help, he was like, "I am praying."
Yeah.
That's what. That's how we explained your absence, basically.
Like, I don't think we could have walked away with his wine.
That's true.
Yeah.
We have more than wine now. We've got vodka as well.
All right.
We've got
So-
more.
Do you?
Yeah, Mortis got he went to party and he came out with shares in a vodka company.
Uh,
So now we get vodka 50% off, and then we can sell it.
So we have 10.
Wait, how much
liters
was
of
the vodka worth again?
quite a bit. I don't remember. But check the.
6,000.
Let's see.
6,000.
Yeah, 6,000 cash.
That's the shares.
Oh, that's his shares. His shares are worth 6,000.
Okay, Shao. I want to ask you if you want to learn anything about the Porcelain Citadel before we leave, or do you just want
Okay.
to get on with it?
I mean, like, what's the city like?
Okay, the Porcelain Citadel is the main base of operations for the Porcelain Princess, of which Crooked Remains is part of. They are, as a reminder of what the Porcelain Princess are, they are people who practice the polybody lifestyle, which
Yeah.
is basically, how do you explain the polybody lifestyle? It's
A scam?
it could be a scam. It could also be
Well, Crooked Remains' second body seems pretty real to me.
yeah.
Mm.
So that's actually an interesting thing. Crooked Remains now has a second body, which is a Voam body, that was created from the worms. If you remember the worms, right? You left that place with a partially constructed Voam that is roughly humanoid in shape, and he was able to ask the help of the other porcelain princess to get to use that artificial body as a second um, storage for his memories. So now there are two crooked remains walking with you.
I see.
The drawback there, by the way, crooked remains, is that you need twice as much supply. So
Okay.
so if you used to consume one sack of food per week, you will now consume 2 sacks of food per week.
I see. So it's really like you end up eating and more to maintain your multiple bodies.
Yeah.
Mm.
You have to maintain all your bodies, but at the same time, you do have 2 bodies. So that's twice the action per round. That's actually kind of broken.
It's pretty cool.
Uh, It's a two.
The balance is that AoEs hurt us double, or by body.
Yeah. If you get hit by an explosion, it'll hurt you more. Because you only
Yeah.
get like 1d8 extra hit points from the extra body. Right?
And I only have one life pool, even with multiple bodies.
Okay, so
So,
go ahead, Rachel.
sorry, so right now, our cost of supplies is 7 sacks a week. Okay.
Okay.
How many do we? Okay.
So other things about the porcelain citadel is that there's a central citadel. Again, it's a fist that is punching upward, if I remember correctly. So that actually reminds you about the Hand of Victory from the from. Well, you remember the Hand of Victory, right? Which is
Yeah.
another location. It was basically this time it was like a big peace sign, a hand
But
jutting out of the ground. Was
but
it
the
kind of like
porcelain
this?
citadels like this.
The porcelain citadels like this. Ah, right, right. So there are the power brokers in the porcelain citadel are of course the porcelain princess, but there are also a group of iridescent tall humanoids with glass domes for heads who call themselves the spectrum satraps. And it
Mm-hmm.
seems that they are in some kind of economic competition with the porcelain princess. So that is the basic gist of that area. And I think the group is just about ready to leave the porcelain citadel and venture forth towards the last Serai, which is whenever people are traveling, but they're not really trying to exert themselves as much. The last Serai is the last stop because everything beyond that, that's where the hardcore merchants go because that's like more than a month away from the Rainbow Lands already. So to get to the last Serai from the Porcelain Citadel, it'll take you about a week of travel, assuming nothing goes wrong.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything else in the Porcelain Citadel before you venture forth? Oh, they also found the gate to hell. Um, about so there's that.
We also know that cricket reviews has something to do with its opening.
I apparently opened it before, and then it took 14 chapters of an adventure story to close it again.
Yeah.
So from that, I knew that accidentally opening it again might be bad and time consuming. Nope,
And
Shao's
the
back.
and the demons were like those like liquid metal terminators, if I remember correctly.
Except
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, they're
And creepy.
taller and colorful, right?
Yeah.
Do we have
They're
enough?
they're like your Sari Manok, the prismatic spray.
Uh you were saying, Natum?
Do we have enough what, ammo for our stuff? I remember running out of ammo on my revolver last session.
You might want to buy new ammo if you run out of ammo for your revolver.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Does the caravan have ammo? It does
No.
not.
I think so.
These are things that we spent from our own pocket.
Yeah.
Nah, it only has ammo, unlimited ammo for my bows.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know,
only the bow
Only the bow.
is unlimited ammo.
Are we doing more shopping?
It's a shop. Wait. Well, yeah, I have to because otherwise I'm gonna be.
Okay. The
Growing.
porcelain princess have a high
That's what we
premium
didn't get.
on everything that is in porcelain. So
Okay.
you can buy ammo here, but it will be twice the price because the porcelain princess are bastards.
Yeah, you hear that, Crooked Remain?
If I remember correctly, ammo is 10% the cost of the firearm itself.
I recommend getting a bow, because the cart has plentiful arrows.
It never runs out. Aurof space.
But Aurof's
Yeah,
like
Man.
so uncivilized.
Yeah. A bow.
That's bows are
What's
from
your
before the
What am I,
properly
cheap?
recorded time. Oh, sorry. PRP, properly recorded period.
what's your what's Aurof's like
Uh,
gun equivalent, like a firearm equivalent?
that I'm not sure because it was taken from the prospector kit.
Are you a revolver?
Yeah,
I remember aesthetically you're something like a revolver.
it is a revolver.
It will probably be something close to.
It deals
How much
1d8.
damage does it deal?
1d8.
1d8.
It's equivalent in damage to the crossbow.
That's interesting.
What was your roll under? Like
12.
You ran out of ammo.
12.
You rolled under a certain. He's a reload 12, BJ.
Reload 12.
12 gun.
Okay.
Yeah, so a 1d8, reload 12.
Where were we? I'm looking for it.
Well, the guns are in 172.
Here we are. Reload 12.
Truffo.
I don't see a reload 12.
Truffo does not his need to ask for Truffo's permission to buy ammunition for his booze cat rifle.
Beauregard's cat rifle.
Sure. Why not?
So same thing. The cat rifle is actually easier to find. The violent cat rifle is worth 600. So that's 60 cash, but the porcelain princess have a high premium. So that's 120 cash to refill.
Maybe I would ask for Truffo's permission. Not his will just steal away with the money and spend it.
Oh, fuck.
How much?
It's $120 bucks.
For one box of ammo.
120 for a box. You
Yeah.
should get like 2 boxes.
Wow.
Truffle saying to get more.
Very generous.
I would say that
company-
Aurof's pistol is worth 300 cash. So
Oh, okay.
a refill box of bullets would be 60 cash here in the Porcelain Citadel.
Ooh, expensive.
60 cash. So
Do we
you
have
should
money
also
for-
get 2 ammo.
So a box will give you like you have to reload whenever you roll a 12, right? And then
Roger.
when will you run out?
Oh,
Running out is when you roll under, right?
All right.
Yeah, when you
alright.
hit and roll under.
Okay.
So the lower the number, the better.
So
Wait,
yeah,
what is
that's 60 cash, and then that lasts you until you have to until you roll lower than 12. Lower than 12 or 12 or lower? I cannot
12 and
remember.
lower.
Let's
I
see.
think, yeah. Why don't you get a lot of ammo? Or
Oh wait, we've been reading this wrong. It's only on a natural 13 that you use your last.
So what page is that, Zedeck?
It's listed in on the same page.
Yeah,
as the guns.
I was wondering about it. You can keep on reloading, but when you roll a natural 20,
No, a natural 13.
natural 13. All right, on the number itself. So if you have a reload 12, is that right?
I hear.
Or is it
No, 13 on any gun.
13 on any
When
gun?
an attack D20 rolls a natural 13.
Okay,
the
so
hero
13
may
is an unlucky
choose to
number.
miss.
I see.
Cool.
It's a choose mechanic.
Oh, that's
You
interesting.
may choose to miss instead of using your last piece of ammo. So if you choose to miss, you still have ammo,
But,
But-
you only have one.
but it's
one
your
shot
last.
left.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's like literally your last. Is that how it works?
Yeah. That sounds correct.
Okay. But I still should buy like at least one box.
Yeah.
I'll buy
So the
one.
cut rifle still has ammo.
So it's 12 and below.
Yeah.
Let's just
so-
get one of each.
Yeah,
So 120 and 60, right?
I will carry it in my place.
Yeah. So
Which
the
is
group will spend.
Okay, so yeah, you only lose the ammo and on a 13. Before then, you just have to reload.
Yeah, which
Ah.
takes your action. Is that correct?
Yeah. which takes an action.
So that
You have 2 actions per turn.
Does that apply also for the big fucking gun?
yes.
Okay.
So
We actually have a lot more ammo for the gun then.
we have 3 batteries.
Yeah, we
also.
have 3 batteries. Okay.
That's nice.
But your BFG, what's the roll under of your BFG?
7.
7.
Wow, that's good.
Hey BJ.
Since everyone's buying something expensive,
what
can
is
I
it,
buy
Shao?
something too?
Oh,
Our
don't.
our overlay, I think there's some issue, BJ. I messaged you on the Discord
I don't see the Discord.
on the Twitch.
It's okay.
It got messed up a little bit. Okay, I'll fix that real quick.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Switched around.
okay. Crooked is okay, but everyone else is mixed up.
Shao and yeah, I'm okay in the corner.
Yeah, you're okay in the corner. Is this
We
another
shuffled everyone, I
benefit
think.
of the polybody
So-
lifestyle?
Natum,
It's an episode where everyone
Rachel.
like switches souls.
Is it Freaky Friday?
Shao.
Ah,
and Zedeck.
Dim also sent you a new overlay because this one has like a black layer over it.
Bim also sent you a new overlay.
I can't use that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe when we do it
Next time.
yeah,
It
for
seems
next-
Zedeck flying.
No, Rachel's in the wrong place.
Rachel is now a vampire.
yeah.
I'm always a vampire. Have you seen my eye bags?
In the porcelain citadel, are there any bows of cat like scale that I can use?
Sorry.
Because I'm thinking I should get
Yeah.
a ranged weapon of my own. Because fighting with daggers has been detrimental to my health.
What I can say is that you are actually very well equipped at. Sorry, the cat is the best character for activating the cat rifle. Like Burgarth can try it, but it's very difficult. So he can aim it for you, and then you can go on top of the rifle and like.
Right, I remember now.
Yeah.
It's got a trigger that's my size.
It's a war machine.
Okay, so I'll continue riding Boo then.
Is everyone okay now? Everyone's on the right spot.
Let's see. Yes,
Crooked is
everyone's
just
in the
a
correct
little
space.
weird.
Yeah.
I will move Erich down to below Rachel.
I feel really vampiric because I'm so dark on the screen.
Why did that not work? Am I using the right one? Pop. Yes, that's the right one.
I will drink
So
blood.
Truffo can Crooked remains also buy something expensive? Since everyone is buying something expensive.
Limit yourself to a budget. What do you want to buy?
Well, he knows that there's some porcelain princes that have these cool pistols.
Oh.
So, if we're going to go adventure, he should have a cool pistol.
Sometimes, how Truffo has a monstrous voice that's like,
What page are the guns again? Guns.
172.
172.
172.
Are you looking at a
Sometimes
porcelain
Truffo-
prince pistol? So Norm, that is actually worth 600 cash here. But since you are actually a porcelain prince, they give you a discount and it's 500 cash, and you're like, they're
Is
still
this-
earning from this.
The porcelain?
Yeah, but I'm who I am, so I just go. It's 500.
You have spent the most money out of everyone in this party.
Wait, doesn't it say 300?
Yes.
6, right?
So it becomes 600 because you're in the porcelain princess. The porcelain princess like double the prices of everything that is not porcelain.
So
It's
for me,
porcelain.
500 seems cheap because I'm used to double price. This is my home.
The cost of
Dregorious
living there is a lot more expensive because the porcelain princes have a lot more money to throw around. So
Dang. The bourgeoisie.
it's kind of like how if you move outside of Southeast Asia, everything feels more expensive,
Yeah.
even though it's the same thing. Like, why is it twice the price? Why are your Starbucks coffees $10? What the hell?
Are you buying it? You can buy it
We'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'll get it.
before it changes.
How much is ammo?
If it's 500,
Okay.
then ammo is 50.
When you buy it, you do get one ammo free.
Oh, it's a bargain.
Yeah.
I love sales.
I.
Sometimes, you know how Truffo's voice is like this monstrous, roiling voice? Sometimes he will talk gibberish at you just to get that expression out. Like, there are no words, it's just monstrous sounds.
Hey,
You're like those cartoon
Dregorious.
characters who just scream at people.
Yeah. So it's like, Truffo, can we buy this?
Dregorious. Truffle's
Yes.
letting us buy stuff, so you should get something too.
I'm not sure how much money we have. I've been staring at the caravan sheet for a while. It's like
Well,
we
it's
we have
with,
zero cash, right?
Starting debt sheet. We have 2,575 cash.
That's a lot of cash.
I mean,
We have hard
it's mostly
cash.
debt, so.
Yeah, they
It's
kind of
mostly
went.
that.
They kind of encountered a surplus after
Oh, okay.
after
Got it.
Lord
So-
Hiss somehow earned shares from a vodka distillery.
Yeah, it's all
Hey.
thanks to me, everybody.
Hey, don't forget about my.
It was actually from the party betting.
Yeah.
So we sold
Oh.
the monkey mech parts for
Don't,
1,000.
yeah, don't.
Then we bet in the party for 3,000, and
Yeah.
we sold wafers.
Don't forget
Regardless
about
of what
my.
everybody else did, it was all thanks to me.
Oh my god.
As
What
always,
if
the
you don't
cat
have
thinks.
Charm. It's only booming.
So, anything else, or do you want to start?
I think for now I feel like everything here feels a bit more expensive, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think I'll pass on shopping for a while. I think like I'll just contribute over to our trying to clear our initial debt. I guess I'm a responsible vampire like that.
Yeah. We're going to another trading town, so
Okay, we'll
Oh,
buy
that's-
we might find stuff there.
Yeah. Currently, you're like inside one of those rich people communities. So.
Yeah. It's like,
Why are we shopping here then? Jeez.
I will
It's
remind everyone that it is the third week of winter. It's a Saturday. And the next travel charisma roll is Crooked Remains.
It's me.
Oh, it's winter.
Yes.
Winter.
Does it change in it?
That's why I have a ballistic suit so that it's toasty inside.
Does that work that way?
It's just not fashion.
Oh, I also have ballistic suit. Huh.
It's very comfortable.
What's a ballistic suit?
It's like an
An
armor.
armor.
Ah, I see.
it's like Kevlar, I guess.
Yeah.
2 pages after the other thing.
It gave me armor 2.
Ooh. Okay. Right. We're going.
Mhm.
You set up your caravan. You get your skeleton porters to carry stuff for you, and then they're like.
Oh, right. One of the skeleton porters has a barrel in its chest and rib cage.
Oh, right. Inside the
on
rib cage,
tap.
and then there's like a faucet for your vodka.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So you have a vodka barrel inside one of your skeletons. Okay.
Oh, is that where it is? I'll move it then.
So ultimately, it's best that we don't actually explain what has been happening. It just go. Yeah, we've had skeleton porters with vodka in them.
The barrel of water has a porcelain jar inside, and then inside the porcelain jar are 3 radioactive cinder flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we also have radioactive flowers.
Yeah. The vodka's in a porcelain jar.
Okay. Which totally stops radiation, right?
Water stops radiation,
The water will.
probably.
Possibly.
All right.
There were radioactive flowers around the Hellgate. We were pretty clear that the flowers are because of the Hellgate, right?
They were surrounding the Hellgate, and it
Okay.
The
was
radiation was stronger there also.
yeah. So it's a logical conclusion to assume.
Mhm.
But we'll put the radiated flowers on one of the skeletons that's not carrying our food. So it can walk a little further from us, like 10 meters away or something.
All right. So before we start our travel, excuse me. Before we start our travel, let's take a 5-minute break as I get water.
Oh.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Then I shall also get more tea.
Okay.
I guess now is the time to ask if Shao wants any more catch up from us. And I said to Rachel, at least it's not Lipton.
This
That-
conversation is going over my head. What's going on? Why
Ah,
are we talking about tea?
The basic gist of it is that Rachel hates Lipton.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even the heretic tea that is Saturn is better than Lipton.
Even steam,
Okay.
even steamboat is a better tea, right?
What?
Oh, I do see a difference.
Yeah,
Oh, it's very different.
it's very different.
Okay. So
This is actually much. Yeah, okay. That was worth doing.
Yeah. The lighting's much.
Yeah.
okay, but now I can see some issues. Okay.
There's
I don't feel like
yeah.
I don't feel like vampire so much.
Like I see Natum's bottom screen and Rachel's bottom screen.
what
Yeah.
happened there?
Bottom.
It's been like that the whole time.
We just didn't see it before.
Like I noticed the one on Rachel's before.
Maybe
Who
it was
is
too
this
dark.
one?
Yeah. It's okay. It's things we can fix next time, I think.
Yeah.
Just keep note of it.
Yeah, I have no time to fix it. Sorry.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
we'll just play with this with these random overlays. Maybe while we're on break later, I can do it again. Okay, let's start with A week of travel means remove 1 sack of supplies per human-sized person from the caravan inventory. So you spend a week
I will
eating.
Do we eat the good supplies or the bad one?
7.
There was a difference?
I will.
There's a difference now, yeah.
There's a difference.
I will
You have
try.
good rations and you have like sucky rations, right?
Let's just eat the sake rations first.
No, Aurof
Yeah,
will
we're,
eat the
we're
good
going to another.
rations. We're talking
Aurof has no E EQ.
I am hurt. I want the good rations.
See?
There are no differences.
Rachel understands me.
I high five.
Come on.
I high five Aurof.
Some of us have standards.
You know what? Truffo will hand you your rations and say, "This is the good ration."
Yeah.
But it's the normal ration.
So it's a question of will you notice it?
Dregorious realizes
Swap the
that
packaging around.
there's a lot of discrepancy, and as a monastic vampire, when nobody's watching, right, what he's gonna do is he's gonna do that very Theravada Buddhist thing of mixing all the good food and the bad food together. So there is no peace. So you have no more addiction and affliction to sensation. Okay? So now there's only bad rations, because when you mix 100 kg of fertilizer, 100 grams of ice cream, you get 200 grams of shit.
I
This
will
is
move
fairness.
time 1 week
Yes, move time 1 week.
and a tally
Yes.
for
Oh,
you still.
2 tallies because one day towards the portal and then another day to go back on track.
Okay. And then there's the mandatory tally of being slow.
Yeah. The caravan's slow.
We roll for a random encounter before I make any rest sort of
Yes, I think so.
rolls, right?
I roll?
Before that, one hero will test charisma for misfortune.
So crooked remains.
It's my turn. So what's let's see, 21.
Wow.
Wow.
This is my main stat.
You're you're very lucky. That's what you're good
Yeah.
at. Okay.
You know,
That's how I'm still alive, even if I'm this privileged.
randomly, I still have 4 HP left.
No, but you have the best life. My temp HP.
Yeah.
Oh, did you lose it?
No.
Why is it 0 now?
So it's still 8. Okay.
Yeah.
But, you
It,
know,
it falls off when BJ says it falls off.
Sorry, what? I was
No, I
reading
was
your
saying.
misfortune. So
Oh no, she was asking. She was saying she only had 4 life, but I was reminding her that she still has the tentacle from my best life. So it falls off when BJ says it falls off.
it hasn't fallen off yet. You still have a tentacle,
Okay.
so you still have the
So
temporary hit
you
points
still
from
have
it.
8 temporary hit points there.
every week
But
of
it's
travel.
kind of like loosening up now. So you
It's
can try
soggy.
forcing it out by pulling out the tentacle.
No, I'm okay with it. I mean,
Hey,
it suits the monstrous voice.
Cha.
But if we don't fight in this week of travel, I can regain hit points.
Yeah. All right.
Shop-
This week, while we were shopping from you, you were getting auto tuned because of the tentacle.
So crooked remains. In the
Have to go
distance,
first.
you see an ultraviolet bird.
Ooh, it's a bird.
It's
Um,
it's not just any bird. It's an ultraviolet bird. Like it
I
glows
asked
in
if
the
anyone
ultraviolet
has.
spectrum.
I asked if anyone has bird watching goggles, like specifically bird watching goggles.
Do you?
They're silent, so I guess no one does.
Me, I do. I mean, I can't share it with anybody, but
I totally
Well, that's
have
true.
that. I don't want to share it with you, but I have it.
Because use the tarsier eyes.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
also have optimized.
Do you want to use your tarsier eyes?
sure.
Okay. How does it? This is not a spell, right? So what you do is it's something that you can do once per session. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once per day, I believe. It gives me the ability to see far away, but I'm disadvantaged for seeing anything close by, like
Okay,
or in the immediate
so-
area.
Lord Hiss uses the tarsier eyes. So this cat, his eyes suddenly grow to the size of a tarsiers relative to his head. Sorry, to the Lord's head. Your pronouns are Lord, right?
Thank you. Thank you for remembering.
So the Lord's eyes widen. And now you can clearly see that the ultraviolet bird is not moving at all. It's suspended in midair. And in the wake of it,
Oh.
you see a bygone age, like a different time. Like you can tell it's a different time. So it's kind of like superimposed underneath the bird.
Hey, Truffle's the one with the old like history skill, right?
Yeah, he is. He has the war
checked-
skill.
I thought Truffle, there's some weird shit.
Hold on. I'll use my optic augmentation to see far as well. And then
You
I'll
have
just
pala?
sort of stare.
Everybody has goggles.
This
No,
was
but we
what I
need
started
bird
with.
watching goggles.
Okay,
Oh,
those
okay,
who can
okay.
see far see the same thing. It's an ultraviolet bird that it seems like it's not moving, but in the wake of the bird, around the bird, also where the bird probably came from, there's kind of like a ripple in reality, like a crack in space time, and there is an entirely different time period in the other side.
What does it look like? What does the time period look like?
More organized. Like civilization, primitive civilization, from what you can tell.
Oh.
They're
Truffo makes a
building and
comment
stuff?
about
Like they have like roads that are not made of sand, and they are traveling around with vehicles that seem to use a material that is not something that you've encountered before. based from your far vision, right? It's kind of like black and almost spongy, but also tough. And it
Spongy.
seems like because of that, the wheels of their caravans are not skittering along this hard road.
Oh, I would like to live there.
Can we? So
Okay.
like this bird, is it? It's far away.
Yes. So
Just a side note.
this is an interesting thing because if you follow the bird, there might be ramifications. But the question is, I will basically just tell you what happens if you choose to follow the bird. But if you choose not to, then we will go on as expected.
I like ramifications. Let's go.
I feel like I feel like the Hell Gate. This is the counterpart to the Hell Gate. So like this, like if we are exploring Hell, we should explore Heaven also.
What if we
It's
have
like
to
the karmic
spend 14
balance.
chapters to close this bird gate?
Okay. So
I'm not
everyone
sure why
is
not.
everyone in agreement?
I don't know.
Well, if they tell me what they see, Crooked will say it sounds fascinating, and that we should go.
I would like that caravan.
Less bumpy chariots.
It sounds like a smoother ride. Because
Alright.
they have normal roads, right?
Does the vampire have any input?
The
I descri-
vampire
I,
is,
dis-
uh,
I describe the scene in as positive a light as I can to both Aurof and Dregorious. Oh, it's wonderful. It's got these black lined wheels that make people not jerk around like you people have been doing.
then
It has a suspension.
the suspension is killing her.
That's amazing. But how do you get there? It's like way up in the sky.
I feel that at some point the bird should land, right?
Is the bird's not
Yeah.
moving at all? It's kind of like it's like you're watching a video on pause.
Yeah. If we head towards it feasibly, how far would it be? Like, if I measure out
Do you have a
the
skill
distance-
that you think you can use?
Navigation?
Vacation.
Navigation works. That sounds like a thought test, right? Difficult. You have a hero point, by the way, which means that I gave the hero point at 9:58 a.m. You will get another one at 10:58 a.m.
I already have 20 without the hero point.
Wow.
Nice.
I rolled the 16.
I did say it's difficult though, so it's a possibility that it's higher than 20. It's not higher than 20, so
Hooray!
okay. Roughly, you know that if you follow this phenomenon, you will lose a week.
Okay. That's not so bad. But it'll take us
You-
another week to get to the Serai, right?
Yeah, so basically an extra week.
We have the rations for it, but at the Serai, we'll have to get more rations for sure.
It's okay because that's a food place, right?
Yeah, we can always resupply there, so we might as well get lost before we get to the Serai. Yeah,
This
Alright.
is the best place for a diversion.
yeah, like the Serai's like a full heal, right? for
Let's go shopping in this new realm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Idea of that.
you travel to a pastime, and this is going to happen mostly off screen. So we're going to fast
Ooh.
forward to a week later, and you're just
Is
going to
this
talk
the-
about how awesome it was.
Is this the properly recorded time?
You have your suspicions.
Ooh, I got the tourist and the properly recorded time. The best.
Okay,
Okay.
and during this off-screen journey to the past, you acquire a solar-powered pistol,
Ooh.
Oh,
Whoa.
The solar powered pistol deals 2d6 damage.
Wow.
Oh, it's as good as the porcelain pistol.
Its range
I'll
is
try
far,
Wow.
and its
Oh, it's
reload
better
is
than
1.
It's better than the porcelain
Ooh.
pistol.
And also, since it's solar powered, it doesn't use ammunition. As long as you can
Wow.
leave it out in the sun.
Keep it
Aurof?
away from me, please. Thank you.
Aurof, aren't you glad you came with us on this weird trip now?
Yeah.
You're so skeptic.
Hooray! What's this?
Okay, and then
Awesome pistol.
everyone can try to learn an old tech skill, which is a moderate thought test.
Oh wow. If I have old tech already, what happens if I pass?
A specific old tech skill.
Oh.
So like a Shadowrun skill, like hacking.
Feel free to embellish on what skill you will learn. But you're not going to learn old tech itself as a skill because that's a universal thing,
Oh, okay.
but a very specific application.
I got 20.
I'll see if I pass first before I think about
20 is a pass because that's a 3d6 on the difficulty, so you already pass.
So it's a mod thought test, is it?
it. If I have old tech, can I add my proficiency to this?
Yes.
Okay. It's the only way I get bonuses. My thought's crap. Oh, 19.
19, you pass.
Because
I
of the old tech.
Everyone else?
got a 17.
17. If I roll an 18, you don't pass.
Oh no! Come on! Come on!
You pass. You were slightly distracted because the cats of that era are not smart.
Ugh. I don't like this era now. This era sucks.
And they don't even have hands. They have weird feet things called paws.
Okay, I got a 14, I think.
14. If I roll a 15 or higher, then you don't learn anything new.
You wanna roll a hero point? Just in case.
Yeah, that's with my hero point.
Oh man.
I roll lower, so you do learn an old tech skill. How about
Okay.
Aurof?
Alright. So what can we learn? I said so it can be something like
Feel free to
Repair-
imagine what
Okay.
old tech is.
I got a 16.
16. Oh, that's high. And I rolled low again.
Yes.
So everyone learns an old tech skill. So an example of an old tech skill would be something that is not commonplace to in the current time, but could have been commonplace in the properly recorded period, which is any time probably between. You could probably make it analogous to 21st to 24th century technology.
Okay.
I know mine.
Or alternatively, if you have an existing skill, you could choose to. We have specialization here, right?
Yeah.
You double skill it, yeah.
You double skill, yeah.
That's why I was asking if I had old tech, do I get double skill with it?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, anyway, it's okay. I'm gonna look at Shadowrun for skills also.
Lord Hiss had a terrible time in this past realm. He was taken to a web. And it was very traumatic. Like he hated it a lot. They stuck like a thermometer up his bum, and they gave him an injection. And he was like caged with all these other dumbass cats. But that is where he learned the veterinary skill.
Okay.
And
you're also well groomed now.
Someone forcibly grabbed your claws and started clipping them.
No! The weapons of the gods.
that's a good detail. I will write that down. My nails have been clipped. Like
You got groomed.
So they're
and-
short for now. They'll grow out again.
Oh no, will I ever grow? Somebody cut off my fingers. And also there's a bow. Somebody tied a bow on the top of my head.
Oh no.
I hate it. I hate it.
Okay, everyone
But
else?
it makes you look so fashionable.
Could I say that Aurof swindles someone so he can get a luxury flight on like a private jet and then hijack the plane so then he learned piloting?
Yeah, sure. The
Yes.
cash there though doesn't translate to the cash here. So that's something. So you can't
So
get
no
money
cash.
from there.
Sad times. But and I learned how to pilot.
Was this all like a weird like cat drug trip?
Yeah, because after a week, without meaning to leave the place, you somehow find yourself back in the desert. Sorry, in the grasslands. So you're like, what
I think
happened?
I'll learn. Would it be possible to learn something like what's the thing? Yeah, like something really specific, or is it like something more general? What do you have in mind, BJ? What's the boundaries?
Um, the boundary is if it is too intense, I will ask you to scale it down.
Okay, got it.
But otherwise, feel free to go wild.
Okay. Like for example, would artificial intelligence ethics be too or like
So
for
so
example
you,
something like
so you learn the laws of robotics.
yeah, I basically learned, and because you see, I guess I interpret it through a monastic lens. So I think like they are basically I will end up treating and entreating AI as though they were basically this like scary demons to be dealt with, like so basically kind of like I guess there will be a lot of like, ethical concerns with machines, or do you think one something that's more machiney itself will be more interesting, or do you think an old tech peripheral, old tech adjacent, or old tech specific?
Okay. I suppose that in this pastime, the AI is not as advanced that you have here.
Okay.
Like because the AI here is actually what powers the vomes
Oh,
in this
okay.
period, right? But in this period, the vomes themselves are not necessarily mechanical; they are biomechanical already.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
there's that advancement that has happened there. But they're also
I
still
see.
artificial beings. Meanwhile, the when you were there, the AI amounted to something called um, a Markov chain. You don't quite understand what it means, but it doesn't seem as smart as they should be.
I see. I
But
see.
also because of
Okay.
that, they're kind of like enslaved in a sense that they don't seem to have any rights.
Okay. I guess because I forgot about the Vom connection. I guess I'll go for something a lot more innocent and innocuous.
Hmm.
Can I have basically something like a automated like kind of like like a Roomba but for pets, like sort of like an animal caretaker robot, how to maintain and upgrade your robot caretaker for your pets, because I realize I have a camel and a bat, so I would like to basically learn how to deal with like their droid helpers.
You know what? I can count that as a robotics skill if you want,
Okay, got it.
like
So
a
it's
rough
mostly like
robotics skill.
robotics. All right, so I'll write that in robotics from learning how to take care of my pets. Okay.
So it doesn't quite tell you how to take care of your vomes, but
Okay.
if you encounter ancient tech like a cybernetic monkey, for example,
Mhm.
you could
So
probably make it work.
oh yeah, true. We did deal with a lot of monkeys
Yeah,
recently.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That's yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Can what is this? Can I get esports? The art of I guess it's like team tactics and the ability to cuss people out.
Go ahead.
Okay.
the,
We'll just
the
call it
ability to
esports.
like trash talk on the
Yeah. So it's like team something and trash talk.
Nice.
Team coordination maybe.
Okay. In the meantime, I think I have fixed our overlay.
I'll get
Yeah.
I'll get 3D printing.
Sure. I like how they're basically useless because you haven't really encountered a 3D printer.
Yeah.
But also, because of what UVG is, like who knows?
Who knows?
No.
You
Who
just might.
knows?
Anyway, a
I
week
mean,
passes and somehow you find yourself back in the Ultraviolet Grasslands.
did we get any souvenirs aside from the skill?
The pistol.
The
Oh,
pistol.
that's true.
Yeah.
Can I grab that?
Go ahead. Go
Up
ahead.
to you.
You're our best shooter.
So it's basically it basically functions exactly like a pistol, except that there is it doesn't shoot bullets per se. It shoots some kind of energy beam that seems to be powered by the sun.
That's cool.
Dregorious has a. Do you have a theological
Theological reservation.
It's no, it's more of a dermatological one. Yeah.
Lord His, do you want the?
Have you, has
do you want my
Dregorious
role?
encountered like a vampire hunter before?
Yeah. I think they're part of the doctrine, and there's vampire hunters, and then there's non-vampire vampire hunters. And so the vampire hunters for vampires see the non-vampire hunters as wannabes, because if you're gonna be a vampire hunter, can you be a vampire first, please? So within the church, when you're excommunicated, usually they send a vampire hunter after you. So whenever we meet like human vampire hunters, we kind of think of them as like wannabe cosplayers. We get a bit annoyed. They're kind of like those guys who show up at the military convention wearing tactical stuff. Then you're like, who are you? And then when they try to stick you, you're sometimes like, let me show you how it's done properly. All right, that kind of stuff.
Okay, in which case, you actually have seen this kind of pistol before. It's a very rare kind of pistol.
Oh.
Held by the most experienced vampire hunters, but it's a relic. So this one looks new, so that's interesting.
This is a tool, a toy that the mortals use for hunting my kind. It has no grace to it. There's no art to it. It's just you just point, click, and sunfire comes out and consumes the person in burning flame.
Sounds badass.
Yes, but it's a bit what they call lacking in subtlety. It's like many of the problems. It's like vampire hunters, mortal vampire hunters. They're all the same. It's like put a stick in a vampire's heart. You kill a vampire, but doesn't that kill everything? burn a vampire with sunfire. Doesn't the sunfire burn everything? I tell you,
This is discrimination, right?
It's ludicrous. So they might as well do something far more targeted. Like this is my personal favorite. Yeah, take out what looks like this slinky thing. Okay. Then I say you throw this at the vampire's face. It's no longer functional, so do not worry. It jumps onto the vampire's face and it attempts to extract the fangs one by one, painfully, and it slinks away. You see, so it is vampire targeted. It has a purpose.
But wouldn't you say that people with naturally pointy canines would also be?
Yes, I mean,
the scope
but
of this
but
weapon?
I like to accentuate the positive. So whenever I find a vampire hunter that puts a bit more thought into their vampire slaying tools, I feel a bit compelled to praise them. You see, my preferred vampire hunting tool is an axe.
Zedeck, can
It
you
works for
roll
everything.
me a d12? Go on, Shao.
Sure.
So
Also, Rachel and Natum also roll d12s.
Hey,
this is a powerful weapon.
10.
It looks new and fresh, and I think it can probably consume many things in sunfire. So you can point it at other people if you like, but do not point it too long at me.
oh, definitely not.
Yes, I may need. If so, I may need to requisition it for the Inquisition.
D12?
Yes. Also, Rachel. You got a 10?
Dregorious just dissed your new toys.
10, 10, 6. Is that correct? 10 Zedeck, 10 Rachel, 6 Natum. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Dregorious, I can treat your pets now, and also you.
And also you.
Okay.
I can treat myself.
Oh, okay. Wow. You actually you picked up some medical skills, is it? Because you are pets and you're a person, right? So you can actually treat persons now.
No, I think veterinary medicine would probably specifically apply to like animals. Maybe I don't know.
Ah, okay. So you can treat my friends now.
I mean, we're animals.
using the spike, doesn't the spike in the heart kill everything logic? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You're beginning to think like a vampire hunter. I'm not sure whether that's good or bad.
Who is your
Alright.
is there anyone among the caravan who is on the lookout for tracks?
Tracks.
Correct?
Not Dregorious, because Dregorious has been talking about how
I've
the
been
pistol
ranting
is
about vampire hunting.
in vampire hunting.
Lord
I
has
think-
been sleeping.
Okay, so not Lord His.
I don't think it's something I would be doing either.
And you're looking for your horror.
I
Oh,
can
but-
probably do it
No, it's
with my optic augmentation.
there.
But
that's
also
true.
because Truffo doesn't want to talk too much.
Okay, this is an easy test. I think what's that? This is a aura.
Then 10.
Should be okay.
Not bad.
I can also use my hero point if I have to.
Well, it's an easy test. So
Did we use 7 more rations?
yes.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The food there is weird. It has too much of something called gluten.
Hey.
That seems to not agree with your modern physiologies.
I have a question of a mechanical nature. So if because we spent our week traveling in this, our 2 weeks of travel in a weird sort of trip space, does this mean that we were occupied and therefore unable to rest?
I think actually
do
you would have been able to rest in the past
Ah,
because there was no inherent danger in the place.
What a
Because
peaceful place.
it seemed to be a peaceful place. Yes.
Yeah, you
Truffo
say
is
that, but then
temporary
I
peaceful.
was hijacking a plane.
Yeah. You were introducing the danger into the place. Because of that, you have introduced a concept called airport security.
Earn from the party
How
recording.
does resting work?
Okay. Their tracks are you spot tracks that are easy enough to look at, to find rather. And as you look in the distance with your optic augmentations, you have found that there are drunk traders
Drunk
in the
drainers.
distance. They like it looks like they're intoxicated on something.
Wow.
I'll point
The
them out.
it's an entirely different group of traders, and they have their own caravan.
I'll point them out to others.
Based on the color of the skin of these humans, you think that they may be orange or maybe yellow landers. It's a little
Okay.
bit far. You're not quite sure.
They're not like blue or red landers.
Yeah.
But if we see other traders, that means we must be close to the Serai.
Maybe.
do they look rich?
Yes.
Do they look do they look feasible? Like I sort of like tap Aurof, say, hey Aurof, are those can we swindle those people?
I will make an assessment on that. How do I do that?
What do we know of yellow and orange landers?
Good question.
It's a good question. Okay,
Like, are they actually like super strong, violent people, or are they
you know,
happy?
the interesting thing is that it doesn't really matter if you have yellow skin or orange skin or red skin or blue skin.
Like in the
They're
region
pretty
that
much
you're
almost
from?
all human.
Uh,
So they're not parahuman. Some of them may be half orc, or some of them may be half ling.
Definitely.
But otherwise, there's no real physiological difference between the rainbow landers. It's just the
Mm.
pigmentation thing.
okay, so in terms of culture, they're not like in separate tribes from each other.
Well, there is some intercolor bias with each other.
Okay,
Like
Ah,
you may have
but
internalized some even.
okay.
but it's more like so. It's more like what blood type, personalities, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
Yes,
Maybe.
that plus your own prejudices.
But I mean, if they live separately from each other in terms of like cultural tribes or something, is
Hmm.
there traditions in yellow or orange landers that we have to take note of?
In which case that might be a roll. Could be an aura roll.
My highest uh, 20.
Oh, okay. I was going to roll and be like, oh, 20. In which case, you are familiar with their culture.
Mhm.
So you will probably not, unless you do something drastically off-putting, you don't think you will be able to. You don't think you will insult them.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Can I assess the feasibility of them being swindled?
Like, how drunk are they? Is it?
Okay, this is more of a thought test this time. This is at a okay.
Okay. Okay.
Where is my thought test? Do I get to add my swindle the rich?
Yes,
Not great. 8.
eights. Do you want to use a hero point?
I'll save that for the actual swindling.
You're not sure.
Okay.
You think they can be swindled? I mean, they're drunk, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell.
And don't forget, we have 2 hero points per. Well, they refill 1 per hour, but we have 2 in storage.
Hmm.
except for Dregorious. Dregorious is still level 1.
Mm.
I think what we can do later is to sell them the vodka and stuff if they like drink. They might be open to buying our liquor for a higher price.
Let's go. Lord His smells profit.
You don't want to
Yeah.
bring it to the trading town, you want to offload it right now.
I don't know. Maybe the trading town is better.
I
We
think
should.
it's
We
the
should.
trading town.
I feel that we should go to these traders and see what their deal is and see whether we can exploit
Yeah,
them in
let's
some
see.
way.
Uh,
That's what this
Rachel, what
space.
was Truffo's spot check earlier? Result? Do you remember?
What was it? 10.
10. Okay. So you could speed up your caravan a little bit to try to catch up to them.
Okay.
But in doing so, you start to they will eventually notice you, and they seem to be on alert suddenly.
Oh,
They may be drunk, but it looks like these are experienced traders.
Hmm.
So they give you pleasantries like "Hail, fellow traveler," but otherwise they're looking at you suspiciously,
Okay.
even though they're intoxicated.
Okay. Um, I will talk to them like in trade. Like basically, let's we can exchange info on what things we're trading in the last year. Like I asked him, "Are you heading to the last Serai?" Actually, this is like the worst person to ask. My voice is so monstrous.
Are you heading to the last Serai?
I'll do the gestures and then I'll smack crooked remains to
Ah.
speak.
Oh, hello, travelers. Are you going towards the last Serai? Is what he said.
They nod, and then they give you the proper deference for being a prince. So it seems like they know of your kind.
Okay, okay.
Then tell them if we can travel together for safety.
Oh, okay. Our caravan is wondering if you would like to travel together for safety in numbers. As you know, safety in numbers is a concept that the porcelain princes are are acutely aware of. It is a concept that works. We are the living proof of it.
They say
Really MLM here.
that is true.
Today, my second body has antlers, like moose antlers, but they're growing out of its torso.
What? Why?
Sure.
They're like grills.
So you're talking with your OG body, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were both there, but
Mm. Hmm. What you say is true. Um, what you say is true. Your grace. We don't see any issue with this.
Like
they're okay with traveling together.
I smell that
Although they do like basically they're watching you the whole time. So your
can
caravan
I smell,
starts driving
can I
along
smell
with.
the wine they're drinking?
What are they drinking? They are drinking some kind of milk wine.
Okay, got it.
Mm.
I kind of like stand up and then I basically go over to the rest of my party and I say, they are also in communion with Holy Spirit. I believe that I can perhaps make some overtures of friendship with them and unite us all in holy anti-sobriety.
I, if you would like to, please go ahead. You have your own wine and we have vodka.
They are wealthy and they are drunk. We too, if we follow their drunkenness, can become wealthy as well. This is where the correlation causation thing, right? Huh?
Do you want to share the vodka or the vampire wine?
I actually what I do
Their
is
caravan, by the way, is being pulled by
I
an
think
horse.
Oh, what?
okay.
It's
Oh,
an
Uh,
Elephors.
It's an elephant-sized horse with 6 legs and a trunk.
Ooh.
I kind of walk over towards them and then I put my hands outstretched to show that I mean no harm, right? I say, "Greetings, travelers. I speak in the slurred red tongue, which sounds as though somebody has been drinking too much. I read the UVG book. I realized red tongue is just drunk people talking. It's like I say, "Greetings, French. I too am glad to see you on this road.
What specific type of vampire are you? Are you
I'm a
like a
wine
wine
vampire.
vampire specifically?
Yes, I'm a wine vampire.
Uh, so from the Elephors, there's a what do you call that thing on the war elephants?
The Howdah, right?
There's a
The
howdah. Yeah, from the howdah, a woman comes out. She
How do you do?
drapes
How do you do?
drapes her arms like so. It's like, hey, you're one of
I,
them wine vampires, aren't you?
yes, that is correct. I am a wine vampire.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen your kind before. Your distillery skills are legendary. She says, you can tell that she's also slightly intoxicated.
Yes. You're too modest. Of course, we are legendary. Would you like to taste some of this legend on the tip of the tongue, good travelers?
Ah, surely. She snaps her fingers, which I cannot do. I cannot snap. She snaps her finger, and then one of her porters um, approach you, and she has a cup on
Mm-hmm.
her.
And I
Yes,
would,
yes, I would like to sample your wares.
uh,
I am
uh,
Mila Yaga, by the way.
uh, uh,
Mila?
well, friend Yaga, soon you will sample ambrosia upon your lips that you have never tasted before. Do you know the secret of wine vampire wine?
I
Then
do
I
not
thought
actually. Do tell.
uh, every wine vampire has a different approach, but my particular approach is then I turn over to Aurof. I say, friend Aurof, could I procure the solar sunfire dispenser?
Ah, yes, Brother Dregorious, here.
Mm. Then
I
I
like how
say,
Aurof immediately goes into
yeah.
character.
Then I take the gun and I'm walking around in a rather drunk manner, perhaps causing no small amount of concern to constant vampire on watchers as I carry the solar weapon. You know, I
Uh,
say,
the you notice that the porters are actually like suddenly
yeah.
positioning their bodies like close,
I
um,
I take out
in between you and the Eleforce.
yeah, I take out a tripod of my distilling gear and I take out their alcohol and then I use the solar fire to melt the sand underneath, right? With immense sudden solar flames and then to create enough heat to start distilling whatever alcohol they've given into a more intense form. Lah. Okay. And then when I do so, I accidentally let off the shot, one shot first. I said, haha, apologies. You see, then later I wait for it to kind of hold up for a while. Then I fire another shot. Then I return it with, as you're still smoking over to Aurof, right? Then I come back over to Lady Yala and I say, you see, it is not just distilling this spirit for you, but you see, that weapon is lethal to my kind. And so you have now tasted an alcohol that's been leavened with a little urge towards death and destruction. Uh, then basically uh, it is basically now like a cooking over there, right? Then I take the distilled essence and I pour it into the other spirits that she has,
Okay.
and I shall try to do a blood wine communion skill, I guess.
Yes, do your skill. Given the circumstance, boiling wine, does that make wine better or worse? Depends on the
We
wine, right?
wine into brandy, basically.
Mm.
Mm.
Ah, yeah,
Usually
yeah, you can do that.
usually spice it at this point also.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I
It
add
becomes mulled wine.
this sounds like a. Hmm, let me open up my GM screen.
Are
This
we? Are we?
sounds like a moderate test. So that's a
Okay.
versus 3d6.
Okay, 3d6.
And then you roll a d20 and add your skill proficiency, and then add your relevant attribute test. I suppose that's thought test.
How much does my skill give actually? It's
Two,
+1, is it? Or I'm at level
Level 1, right?
one.
1, so it's 1, right?
Um, can you check it? I can't check the
It's
sheets right
two.
now.
Oh, +2, sorry.
Plus two.
If it's extremely specific to your thing, you double the. No, you get advantage, I think.
Let me go to a server with a dice board, sorry.
Sure.
Do we?
You
Is
yeah,
there
you do
a-
have advantage because this is exact to what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is
yeah.
anybody carrying anything that could qualify as spice?
Could qualify.
Do you still have those green worms?
Oh yeah. We do have those green ones.
Oh no, we sold them.
Oh.
We have rat carcasses.
Why
I
do we
remember.
have that again?
Oh,
You
they're the
should buy a
rats that are
flower.
immune to the
The radioactive rats.
radioactive. No, they're not radioactive, but they can eat the
Ah.
radioactive flowers.
I have a curative snake oil. Museum.
I'm gonna go with no spice.
Let's try the default first, I guess.
All right.
There we go, huh? Sorry.
You do have
Dice
advantage.
20.
We have good rations, but you already mix them up together. You could just use the vodka to spice your wine.
We have body horror sample kits.
No.
We also still have the flowers, don't we? The radioactive flowers.
But they're radioactive. They might die.
I think that's poison more than spice.
What's your
Let
result,
me just
Shao?
do something here for a while.
Sure.
Sorry, I can't find my useful dice channels.
You could just
try
go to
the-
Google, I think.
Just use the Google dice.
As Dregorious is basically, I don't know. I guess
There you are.
try to pull a thing on the traders. Can we see what they're hauling?
Ooh.
Sure. Do you have a skill for that? Otherwise, that is
I have profiteering. Can I? I am
That's
spying. I'm spying for profit in their stores.
yes, that's a thought test against
Okay,
them.
got it. I got let me roll for a while.
18 plus 4.
All right.
Holy.
So
I
they
got,
seem to
18.
you know that they have sing woods, they have saffron, they have salt,
They have spices.
they have silk, and they have unpaid human labor.
Oh,
Oh.
Ah,
Wait, what's the first one?
Sing woods. Let me
What's
type.
Singwood?
Let me type that down. Sing. Wood.
sing with an H.
Singing, and then it's a wood.
Uh,
Singing wood.
It's a type of lumber that is used for melodic applications.
like flutes and violins.
But it's currently in its raw form.
Don't know if we can grab any of that.
Saffron and salt. Everything they carry is S, huh?
all the S.
What's the DC BJ?
Include.
You do not know. You know that
Oh,
it's
okay, got it.
3d6.
He rolled.
I rolled a 13. The deciding I'm like that's all I got. I'm sorry.
13. Do you want to spend a hero point, or do you want to?
I am behind the hero point in 20 minutes. Could I spend my hero
No,
point
you
at
can't.
once?
Not yet.
No. Okay, so I don't. I think that's all I got. I got a really bad rolls. Yeah.
Okay. So this is what happens. Mila Yaga.
Sorry, 14. Sorry, 14, not 13.
14.
14.
Mila takes out a stick of sort
Mm-hmm.
and then reaches downward because she is on top of a howdah, right? She reaches down and then her porter raises up the cup and then the cup just attaches automatically to the stick without any shaking. And then she pulls it up and then she drinks. And she says, truly, the wine vampires know their stuff. This is some of the best wine I've ever had, she says.
Then I over there like streaming, like there's blood tears streaming down my face. Because I've been excommunicated, so being able to do this allows me to feel like I'm back with my identity again. And I take some of the burning alcohol, the burnt alcohol, then I kind of like proffer the rest over, and I say like, would you allow my companions to drink along with you all?
She considers, and then luckily for you, I rolled low on my 3d6.
Sweat.
She says,
It's,
yeah, she actually tells the other traders to relax a little. And she says, we are in the presence of a wine vampire. We shouldn't be so uptight, she says.
when the vampire is the most relaxing party member.
Just make sure you don't offer your necks, and we should be fine.
Right. Then I kind of like continue the same wine preparation
They actually
process.
stop for a bit. Even their Eleforce stops.
Then after I've treated everyone properly, then I look at the elephant. Does the elephant look like it's being taken care well?
Okay, I can look at it for you if you want.
You do have
I
the
can stick a-
veterinary skill, right?
I can stick a stick in its butthole.
How Zedeck is so excited to stick sticks in the elephant buttholes.
All right,
We
that
also
is
have
an
a
aura
veterinary
test.
kit.
Sorry,
Yeah.
is it an
We
aura test?
also
No, it's a
have
thought test.
veterinarian kit.
It's a thought test, and then you can add your veterinary skill, your
Yeah.
newly learned veterinary skill.
Oh my goodness.
13 plus 2 plus 2.
17.
17. All right.
Nice.
You even know which bumhole to stick it into, because
Oh, it's confirmed.
it has three.
Wow.
Yeah, just like most people that I meet at work on a daily basis. Yeah. Maybe
It
this elephant-
does
maybe
seem
this
like
elephant is an academic.
Mila Yaga knows how to take care of her Eleforce.
Okay.
Nice.
This
I-
actually is a little bit suspicious to you, because generally traders this far out from the Rainbow Lands will at least have some issues with their draft animals. That's
Hmm.
why your caravan doesn't have a draft animal, right? It's using an
Yeah.
engine. Is it?
No, it's
We're necromancy and engine.
it's
No, it's-
skeleton horses.
Ah, better.
Oh no, we do
No,
have horses.
They're normal horses.
They're normal
They're
horses, yeah.
grazing.
Your
They're
horses,
grazing.
in contrast, kind of like are tired, are a little bit grumpy. Although not as bad, because you did stop in the Porcelain Citadel.
And they're grazing, so they just feed themselves.
Horses and mules.
This
Yeah.
one is like top dollar Eleforce.
And it's well cared for. Is the
Yeah,
Okay.
too well cared
What?
for. Is your
So, like, no, is it like one of those things we hear about the market, like the perpetual motion elephants, like those that keep on going?
perpetual motion elephants?
Yeah, like like they sometimes like on the market there's always this like people upsell. This looks like a normal LF4, but let me assure you, it is a self-regenerating LF4. Then there's no way for you to know it's self-regenerating until you're 3 miles out in the middle of the desert.
Well, you cross-referencing with your own. Do you have any animal-related knowledge? Draft horse, right?
I have this like little robotic take care of my camel toolkit, right? So I'm kind of like the pressing through is very messy, 3-button interface trying to get access to the database there, and there's nothing relevant.
Yeah, nothing relevant. But then you start to wonder, 3-button database, bum holes.
Then I read about like I have also remember in my ancient studies is that a society in properly recorded time also used 3 seashells for their toilets. But that's such a demolition man oblique reference. Yeah. And I sent alcohol to everyone.
So after everyone has tasted your wine, you will lose some of your wine. You're offering this for free, are you?
I'm kind of offering it from my own personal wine, not from the party vodka, because I see it as religious goods, I think. So let me take a look at my wine here. Me wine.
How much
Does-
wine do you have left?
No, your wine is all in the.
Oh, it's all in the
It's the
It's here.
fortified vampire wine.
You have 9 stone
nine.
of wine.
Yeah, I have
I'll be right back.
Sure.
okay. Alright. Let me see. Nice stone of wine.
I'll say that this whole endeavor will cost you 2 stone of wine.
Okay, is it alright for me to spend 2 stone on my wine?
It's your wine.
It's your
It's your
wine.
wine.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I shall spend 2 stone on wine.
So while he's doing the logistics, since she said everyone relax, only watch out for your necks, I'll ask everyone, Have you ever thought about having three necks? I will. I will. I will MLM them.
Oh,
So
Are you open-minded?
the other one of the other traders, the one you talked to when you first approached them, is like, three necks. Your Grace, what are you talking about?
Ah, well, if you're open-minded, I represent. I take out my body horror kit, a a lifestyle initiative that will change the way you see everything, especially yourself. And then I'll start showing off the parts, and I'll use my other one. When you have three necks, you can process food at three times the speed. You'll have three esophagi, and the second body will grow three necks. And then I'll feed him something, and it'll go down all three tubes, reducing the possibility of you choking on your food by 2/3.
Does that mean they also have to eat 3 times more?
No, there's only three necks. It's not three stomachs.
I think what Crooked Remains is selling is not the polybody lifestyle, but rather the
The body horror.
the body horror. So you
Mhm.
are literally offering an extra neck, right? Do I understand that correctly?
Yes, yes. But you see, the way to get access to this wonderful product is, of course, the polybody lifestyle.
oh
So you
gosh.
segue into the polybody lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah. That's that sort of racket. Anyway, he'll just keep going.
All right.
Get the
Then you're going to
background.
have to roll a charisma test this time.
Ooh, charisma. Would you like to become one of us?
We
You
like
know how
to-
there's Usana? This is Asana. Ooh, let's see. That's +4, so 18.
18. So this gruff man who is living the hard life of the trader is slightly interested in what you have to say, but he
Ooh.
hasn't quite given in yet as the week progresses. And you actually start to see 3 days out, you actually start to see the last Serai already. You
Mm.
notice a metallic step tower glinting in the daylight, glowing a ghostly coppery green by night. And then the next day, you start to smell it. It's there's the wafting smell of cocoa in the background.
Oh, nice smell.
And then a day out, you hear it. There's a drumming out of a rhythmless rumbling staccato. And
Did we get to the Serai?
you're approaching, yes. So basically, the last Serai is three buildings grouped together, like hunched almost together, kind of like they're huddling in front of a kind of circle with gentle dust floating in some kind of magnetic charge. So there's a tower, and then there are um, three buildings around it.
Hmm.
Mm.
So you notice that there are harmonic rods positioned around the circle that are basically getting magnetic energy from it, and it's what powers the electricity in the area.
Oh, it has actual electricity.
Wow.
So there, there's a one central thing and then three buildings around it.
Yes.
Do we
So
see
you
other
approach.
caravans?
Let's see. So the Orange Landers, you are now in not exactly friends, but you are now in a respectable position with them, and they start offloading their wares. You notice that Mila Yaga looks smug and satisfied. as she's offloading her wares, and people are looking at them, already bargaining for their sing woods and things like that.
So we
Meanwhile,
start.
there's also a kind of odd weather around the Serai. There's because of the magnetic field around it, there's a dark cloud above it. So there's this gloomy feel around the place.
Oh,
But otherwise it's gloomy in the sense of snug snug rainy nights with hot cocoa on on your palms. That's the feel that you're getting.
Now I
that's
want to
kind of
get hot
nice.
chocolate.
But it
Okay.
is also a fairly populated place. Each of the three buildings are actually connected together underground, and that's where most of the activity is. So you enter one of the buildings, and you are immediately aware after just asking around for a bit that the three buildings are called the Harmonium, the Last Trading House, and the Final Embassy.
Okay.
The
That's
Harmonium, oh sorry, do you
no.
have a
Go ahead,
question?
sir.
The
No, no, go ahead.
Harmonium is a citadel of the Porcelain Princess.
Ah,
Oh,
The Last Trading House is the remotest outpost of the Rainbow Lands in the Ultraviolet Grasslands. So, if you're going to go farther than the last Serai, this is it. This is the last place where the Rainbow Landers are in common. What's the word? Are commonly found. They're going to get rarer when you get out of the last Serai. And the
okay.
final embassy is the extraterritorial holding of the Spectrum satraps in this area.
No.
mm,
Okay. The uh, so these are the three buildings around the Crystal Center.
The tower in the center. So there's a
Yep.
tower, and then there's a circle, like a perimeter kind of thing. And then do you
Yep.
notice that the dust is floating there, and you can tell that there's a magnetic field.
So these three buildings that you've mentioned are the three buildings around the tower.
Yes.
Okay. Uh,
Okay. So these people, the trading caravan that we went with, they just went in and then they're immediately unloading stuff. So
Uh,
does that mean that they have an existing market stall here already?
yes, it seems that they're connected to the last trading house.
Ah, okay.
A
So
cat actually comes out, being carried by a half orc, and the cat immediately goes, "Ah, Mila, long time no see. How are you,
us.
you old witch?" He says.
Oh no, there, BJ's moving again.
Did I
we're back.
vanish?
No, I
We
think we
vanished.
vanished.
What was the last thing you heard?
The
The cat. No.
The cat.
Okay.
the only thing I heard was the old woman talking at the very end.
Yeah. Actually, Eric and Rachel, your video looks very low res right now, so it might be your end.
Yeah.
Right.
It did blip a bit.
But basically, it's the a cat being carried by a half orc comes out, and the
Okay.
cat goes, "Ah, Mila Yaga, long time no see, you old witch," he says.
I'm trying.
Tell me,
What is
tell
the
me.
color of? Sorry. Go
Color
ahead.
of the cat?
Yeah.
White. Pure white fluffy cat with eerie golden eyes.
Is it? In the hierarchy, because like the cats in UVG are weird, kind of weird. So in the hierarchy of cats, does a white fluffy cat, is it of lower status or higher status than me?
Are you a what?
So what's your coloration again?
I'm black and have a snake's tail.
Let me double check.
So we were asking Mila, so they already have a marketplace there, and then the cat greeted them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know.
Okay.
Like there's horned cats, right? And then there's black cats, which is what you are, right? And then there's the bad cats. The bad cats are half glass,
Ah.
Ah.
right?
Does this white cat have a horn?
No, she is just
Okay.
pure white and fluffy.
That's weird. All right.
You're kind of reminded of your sojourn into the past. You did notice one of these cats before, but
A
this
normal
one
cat.
is definitely a rainbow lander cat because he has hands, and also he
So
talks.
weird.
So
Okay, time to flex. So I get on my own human pet, and I go forward to greet uh this cat, and I introduce myself. Hello there. I'm just assuming that he is. They are the lord of this trading house.
mhm.
And say like greetings, fellow lord of cats, cat lord. Um, I am Lord Hiss. May I know to whom I am speaking to, like your honored personage?
the
Uh,
the cat continues to talk to Mila Yaga about the saffron. Meanwhile, um, the half orc goes, "Ah, cute kitty," he says. You have the honor of being in the presence of Pookie,
What?
the chief of the Rainbow Mission.
What?
The chief
I
of
know
the
my
rainbow.
I know my native is
All
laughing.
right,
Uh,
spelling is Pooki. I'm not
Okay.
sure if this translates to other Southeast Asian languages, but the fact that he's a cat and that he's named Pookie is very coincidental.
so what? So I wait until I don't acknowledge what the half orc says, and I wait until they have stopped talking, so the cat can address me.
Chief of the what?
The Rainbow Mission.
Rainbow mission.
What is that?
Oh.
So eventually, Pookie notices you and says, "Ah, hello, black cat."
Hello, white cat. What's up? I try to.
Have you
I
introduced
bow.
yourself? Have you mentioned them your name? I kind of forgot.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I have.
Which case, your name is Hiss. Very interesting name, she said. He says, as he basically scratches at the skin of the half orc carrying him. Then he says, "Have you actually removed your ribbon, by the way?"
No.
"You have a very odd sense of fashion, my friend," he says. "Did you trim your claws?"
Oh no. Uh, I try to spin this as like I was in. I'm a. I'm a well. Me and my pets here, and I point to the caravan. Uh, have traveled far and wide, and we sojourned to a faraway place and time. Therefore, you can style me as a kind of um, chrononaut and well-seasoned traveler. So I have seen places that you can only imagine of, and this strange appearance that I present
"Bored
before you.
now," he says.
Oh,
And then he tells Mook, he tells his half orc, "Make sure that the black cat is given the proper respect according to his station," he says. Then he says, "Perhaps with your chrononaut encounters, you could Show me something of value during your stay here. But in the meantime, I must attend to business. You understand, right?
I'm sulking now.
And then Mook is like, "Bye, kitty," he says as he carries Pookie back into the building.
I hate this cat. I want to burn its house to the ground.
Let's burn it later.
Sorry,
But
I didn't get
but
any
on the other
information
hand,
out of
you do get access to
Oh,
you do get access to the good rooms, although
Ah,
it is a bit expensive.
Before we commit the rooms, I will try to check on the rates to get a market stall for a couple of days.
Okay, so the rooms are actually have a very wide range of costs. The for your non-paid human labor, there is a fencing that is available to them for 4 cash a week.
We don't have
We don't have unpaid human labor.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
only have
we
schedule.
have
we have
Well,
undead
it
human
it
labor.
just so happens that the Orange Landers are also there, so you also you hear the spiel as they are also there.
Okay, okay.
The Lord Hiss is offered a very respectable room with hyper realistic paintings hung in burnt out vidi crystals
Mm.
for a
what
100 cash a
crystals?
week, which you can afford. You're a cat. They just assume that you can afford this. Every other room is somewhere in that range.
I sort of speak privately to Truffo and say, don't worry. We're gonna burn this place to the ground anyway. So you know, so just upfront it. We'll just rob them later. You know, that's the plan now.
You know that if we burn this place down, we can't trade in it, right? We have to come back here later because if we go beyond, we need an outpost to return to.
Surely we can find another outpost. Surely, surely there are spectrum satraps and porcelain princes around. You know, like that. All I want. So like, so Lord
There
Hiss
are
is
no
now.
other outposts.
There are 3 buildings in this place. Although the 3 buildings you enter the buildings, they go down, right? The three
Yeah.
buildings are interconnected. It seems they have been built around this central tower, but also markedly avoiding the actual perimeter around the tower.
Okay. You know,
Oh,
I think if this white cat has upset you so much, maybe you can play a different prank, like dye his fur, steal his servant. You know, I don't know, something a little less lethal than burning the building down.
So Pookie is now in the lounge, just basically lying down and demanding belly rubs from the half orc. The half orc's like, yeah, of course, master.
You should just show off your regard to this person. Truffles, it's cheaper than burning the place down.
So
But
Vertigo is like,
yes,
yeah, you can show me off.
if
I am very muscular, he says.
Wow.
and he's handsome
And I
ish
have an orange beard.
ish. But yes, if you want to take the 100 a week room, we have, I suppose, with some persuasion, the budget for it.
we will.
Uh,
I
oh,
would.
you, Pookie overhears it a little bit, and then he's lounging about, right? The white cat looks at you and he says, "Oh, you're talking about budget. Well, of course, if you can't afford it, I understand. I can offer you a less important room for 50 cash a week.
And then Truffo was like immediately sold.
Ah,
No, don't you understand? We can't lose.
Is this for per person? I would appreciate it.
Actually, it will fit all of you. It's kind of like a suite already.
Okay, sure.
well, I still like okay, like the Lord Hiss's mental process is that all right, fine, we'll take the cheaper room because when we're leaving, this tower of the three towers won't exist anymore. So
Okay.
So your people talks to Pookie's people, and the transaction is made, and you're led to a room with a not as good a view. It's kind of like it's actually you know when the window of one building it opens right into the back of the other building.
Mm.
It's kind of like that. But otherwise, it's actually a pretty decent room. You just don't have a view, and there are no paintings. So,
Let's close the curtains so you don't notice that there's no view.
Yes, that's what you do.
um, the humans who are attending you as you are moving in actually says, well, for an additional 30 cash, we could install some vidi crystals in your curtains so that it looks like you have a view.
It's all right. We can use our imagination.
Very well, very good.
Like,
It's all
but
right.
don't
So,
feel too disappointed. You could also imagine that you have the money in your pocket. Ha ha ha. I say in a mock insulting manner because I noticed that Lord Hiss is upset, right? So the vampire is trying to help Lord Hiss get some licks in age-wise. Okay, even though Lord Hiss can't actually make Dregorious his pet because Dregorious is undead and doesn't have his full soul, Dregorious feels strangely protective of Lord Hiss.
okay, okay. So you don't partake in any of the extra services. So they have a cold, what's the word? They have a cold closet with some drinks in there and some chocolates
Ooh, a
and
cold
the price
closet.
Ooh,
tag on each of
chocolates.
them. So there's
are
some,
they all horribly overpriced?
yes,
Your hotel food,
the hotel food. Yeah.
the bar food.
So it looks like normal price to me. This chocolate bar is so cheap, Truffo.
Yeah, it's overpriced, but it's actually cheaper than in the Porcelain Princess place. So like, huh?
Look at
Um,
these bargain prices.
uh,
Truffle
So
is having a night.
so are we if we are settling in
Okay,
if we're settling in, I'd like to so like Lord Hiss's intentions if we are settling in is to like, okay, fine, like trading isn't the least of his priorities now. He's gonna try to wander around and figure out what the deal of this place is, whether there are any secrets in the rooms underneath or into they're avoiding the center. He's looking for dirt,
Sure.
so that's Lord Hiss's intentions.
Let me take a look and see what I might want to buy. That's I don't think something I can afford.
um, I would like to check out how we can get a market stall
Hero
for
point, by the way.
okay,
Oh
if
yeah.
we get two, like sorry, if we can get a market stall for a couple of days or something like that.
Okay. The area here is separated into three general districts. The districts that are controlled by the Porcelain Princess, the district is controlled by Pookie and the rest of the Rainbow Lands, and the districts that are controlled by the Final Embassy, which is the Spectrum Satraps.
Mm.
Which of
So
these three cultures love drinking the most?
the Rainbow Landers.
Then I will look for a market stall in that area.
Is
Okay.
there a bar, like a sort of tavern or drinking house? Maybe we can sell directly to them.
It's possible.
Yeah. The where Pookie lounges is actually near the drinking bar.
Direct.
So you can deal with Pookie directly if you want to sell to the bar.
Why don't you, Lord Hiss, get money out of this cat?
He does look incredibly bored. He just lounges around there all day, like occasionally
Maybe you
demands food.
can compete with this cat on how much this vodka is worth.
Like like what do you mean? Like try to hard sell him on the vodka.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's gonna cost this much. I'm sure a cat of your um, breeding can afford this, something, something. And then Trouble tries to explain that if he sells anything, it's gonna sound like this.
Oh
Aurof
god.
is there also, and if you're
Yeah.
going to swindle the rich,
Yeah.
So, or Truffo assigns Aurof and Lord His to sell all of this stuff. Please go
Really?
ahead. You can sell the
Come.
cinder flowers also, I think. And I'm not sure if Dregorious wants to sell his fortified wine.
I think like the wine could be useful for like RP on the road, so Dregorious
Yeah.
will
Keep it, right?
hold it for
yeah,
now.
will keep the wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
for
then the
sacraments.
prismatic
Community.
demon metal, do you want to sell it?
Oh, we
I
can try sell that.
Yeah,
was actually looking
so
for
What was it again?
instruments
Prismatic.
to have it
Sorry.
go with that.
pris-
Uh, that happened all at the
Yeah,
same time. Let's start with
like
Shao.
yeah, like for the prismatic demon metal, is there anybody inside the city that I could get to craft it into something?
Okay, you're going to have to roll me a charisma test. This is
Okay,
difficult. So
difficult.
4d6.
I think I'm not gonna make it because my charisma is terrible.
You might.
Let's go.
0 point.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see how it goes.
What are you trying to do again, Dregorious?
I'm trying to find whether there's a crafts person who can work with a demon metal.
On the prismatic demon metal.
So Lord Hiss doesn't want to deal with the cat. Uh, so he's gonna go off with anybody who's like leaving and like sort of meeting other people in this place with the intention of like, hey, like figuring out whether the cat has any like people are happy with the cat or whether he can sort of bat
By the
off
way,
the cat.
the interior of the place kind of looks like this.
Ooh.
Can you see? So there are three
Oh, okay.
buildings, and
It's like a
there's a tower in
cactus.
between. The largest building is occupied by the Porcelain Princess. Here's the satraps over here, and the Rainbow Landers over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Lord Hiss gonna go with Dregorious and such.
Okay.
Okay. You can give advantage to Dregorious if you're looking for the same thing.
Okay. Got it. Let me just go to my dice roller.
I listed the
Okay.
stuff we have for sale in the chat.
Okay, let's go. Oh my god. I got a 20 and a 13. So I
Wow.
got yeah. I have 20.
Nice.
Okay. You actually asked around, and people are familiar with wine vampires in this area, and you were able to put that to your advantage. And
Nice.
you're now in the know, and you know that you can look for some place called the Buried Delicatessen, because this is a place that offers fast regeneration, healing, and limb replacement. And
I see.
specifically, the metals from the prismatic demon, can be used for these grafts.
Okay.
So you
Ooh.
might be able to sell it there.
What's the name
Okay.
of the group?
Buried
I
Delicatessen.
okay. What do this graph do? I'm slightly excited.
Mechadendrite.
Okay, if I remember correctly, the prismatic demon was able to like change its shape, right?
Like
Yeah.
Mercury, right?
It could change its arms into weapons and everything.
Yeah. The remains of that can be used to aid in the attachment of limbs.
Mm.
Like you don't
I,
have to use the entire thing. You can just use it like to attach
Like
things,
a glue.
like a
I
glue.
look over at Lord Hiss and I say, the other cat wasn't very nice to you, right?
No, he's my sworn enemy.
All right. Really? It's like, he thinks it's so fancy and like, looks better than you. Would you like some strange graphs? If I
Would
made
I
you fancy and powerful than him?
would I like some strange graphs? Yes.
Yeah. So, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. Treat yourself. Life's too short. Have some fun.
Treat
Then
yourself.
I basically pass him the prismatic demon metal, right? And I say, let's see what I can do with you, huh?
Oh, Truffo is so disappointed in you guys.
Yeah, just sell and then you instead spend
So
money.
you've heard of the buried delicatessen. So you can go to that. It's somewhere in the lower underground sections. So you have to look for this place.
Okay.
We'll get back to you. Is Aurof doing anything?
Aurof-
It doesn't seem like Lord Hiss is interested at all in what do you call this?
Dealing with the cat.
In dealing with Pookie the cat.
Right.
Be right back.
Crooked remains. If you're not doing anything, come help me sell this stuff. Are you doing stuff?
Oh, sorry, me? Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, you.
Oh,
You're
okay.
you're not yet used to having two bodies again. So
The one body was sort of inert for a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, yes, I can help. I was also going to go visit the other porcelain princes, but I can do two things at once. It's okay.
That's true. Okay, one of you come help me sell stuff.
Alright.
Okay.
Preferably the one that's more persuasive. I think that's the same.
you have the same stats anyway. He's the same person. So
Right. Okay. Okay. Let's. I will. We will start finding.
I'll leave you with the bone body.
okay.
You gave him the creepy one.
Oh,
With
it's
the
different
antlers,
today.
right?
They still have antlers. Let's find somewhere we can sell the vodka first.
Okay. Yeah, the antlers are like out of its chest, and then its porcelain mace is on the antlers, like it's a holder,
Uh,
Oh my god.
Okay.
and the shield. Yeah.
Sure. Let's.
So are you selling this here in the last trading house?
Last trading. Last trading house.
the last three.
That's the cat's place.
Where the cat's place, yeah. Or
Would
are
that
you
makes the more sense? Or is it better to sell it around among the porcelain princes?
The last trading house with the cats, they're more, I guess, more fond of drink.
These people drink more.
True.
Also, if you sell vodka to the Boston Princess, the vodka comes from the Boston Princess.
True. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go with the trading house.
screw the satraps, like weird rainbow
I mean,
colored?
do they even drink? I don't know.
They have glass.
even have
They have
mouths?
glass aquariums for heads, so you're not sure.
Truffo, no, because Truffo is friends with one of the pretty
I
close to
know
one.
that one of them is a tavern owner now, so there's that.
Yeah.
So it seems that
Never-
they can drink. You've never seen one drink, but they can,
Yeah.
I guess.
We didn't see them drink. Is the thing.
You have to sell the experience to them rather than the product.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of work. Let's go
You,
for
ha-
the cute.
you have the specific skill to sell that story.
That's true.
Okay.
Let's go with the humans first. Let's see what we can find in the humans.
Oh, very well.
Okay. So I've already mentioned that Pookie is there, usually lounging about somewhere looking bored.
Mhm.
Uh, Mook is
Fuck
not
him
far.
up.
Mook is not far away from Pookie at any time, so surprisingly nimble for a half orc is what I can
Hmm.
say about Mook. On the bar, there's various drinks, but what catches your attention is the giving cow. So there's a cow there that's also functioning as a milk bar.
Mm. Is that where the milk liquor is from?
Yes, it seems that it comes straight from their others,
Oh,
Mm.
and it's already alcoholic.
it's intoxicated already, so its
Yeah,
milk is intoxicated.
and then
Okay.
it seems that there is a biomancer that is minding the giving cow at all times.
Oh, that's true. I would understand how this hacking of the cow works.
Is there a body
Because I'm a biomancer. I'm a biomechanic. Cause
Mm.
yeah.
So there's a biomancer there. She seems skyborn, from what you can tell.
What's a skyboard?
Probably someone that can fly. It doesn't. She doesn't seem very rainbow lander,
Mm.
but
Okay.
she seems to have to be somewhat air elemental, but also somewhat human.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. You want to sell the vodka, right?
Yeah.
So what's your plan?
And then there are of course the customers that are all over the place. The orange landers are there, excited
I
at the
don't know if
profit that they've had.
Hmm. I feel like if we swindle one of the merchants here, we're not gonna be welcome here another time.
Well,
But then also Lord
only
Hiss
if
wants
you
to
know you
dist-
swindled them.
right, but then they want to sell to the people, and then they realize, oh, this is not the quality that we
But the
expect.
interesting thing about our vodka is that even if you undercut everyone else, we still make profit.
Right.
I can actually improve the vodka as well to sell it.
Ooh.
But you're not
Because
gonna see
remember,
it.
it's like you don't sell the base good, you always sell the service and you use that to upsell.
That's what swindling is for.
It's the
No,
experience you
it's
sell.
basic retail because it's all part of the experience.
Gosh.
Mm.
Remember,
Mm.
we're not selling vodka, we're selling a vodka experience. And remember, when you work in a shop that sells Gibbs workshop things, you're not selling miniatures, you're selling an experience.
It's true.
Kind of like how proprietary coffee shops are basically selling the experience of coffee, even though their
Yeah,
coffee is pretty
but because
much
it's COVID now,
mediocre.
we sell you the experience of taking away your coffee as well.
Yeah. So same
So
idea.
so
How do we
so for
sell the
example, they
But
have
also,
they have a cow. The cow is part of that experience, right? You milk the cow, you get
Yeah.
liquor. If we get an animal like a goat and we engineer it to take the vodka, we could sell vodka cheese.
Yes, and then because like most people won't have enough spaces to put a goat in their house, but you are absorbing the cost of taking the goat with you. So as a result, the operating cost of the goat has to be reflected in the final cost of the vodka as well.
come, let's find some goat.
Hmm.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is my vampiric consciousness speaking to you from far away. You know,
Listening,
outside.
this is from listening to Dregorious's
Yeah.
meditation rambling.
My
Yeah.
meditations over the last few weeks sound like this: make that sale, make that sale. And it's not- it's not the price,
Selling
it's
the
about value.
experience.
so you're a
Well,
capitalist monk, okay?
Yeah, I'm
I will
a
like
capitalist monk.
if I don't know, I'm not there of course, but I would only like to point out that there's already a inbuilt drinking experience of being served by a skeleton out of its own rib cage.
That is also true.
Ooh.
Do people like skeletons? Because in the porcelain citadel, they didn't like. We had to get rid of the skeletons, right?
Yeah, because undead
Yeah,
are
and
actually
we're going to
on the
porcelain
taboo side
princess
of
again.
things.
Oh, right.
Well, I have a better idea than the goat. We could get a chicken, and then it could lay eggs, and in the egg, it'll be vodka and a yolk.
Is that even good?
Who?
Out of GM character, I drink it.
You like crack it and then you go, oh, you drink it.
This is pretty. This
Like, would
Can
you have
you
to
pull
fry
it
it
off?
first?
I don't know if I have the skill, but I can talk about it.
we are in a good place because we just found the biomancer.
Oh, there's yeah, that's true. We could,
And
we
Lord
could,
His is
but she
a
works here.
veterinarian.
Let's talk to the biomancer and ask
Okay, let's
about
talk to the sky person.
Yeah.
Because Lord His is a veterinarian and you're a body horror guy. So I suppose with this marriage of awful skills, it's possible.
Let's talk to the biomancer because I don't have the magic for this, the formula, but I can conceptualize it in my head.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll approach the sky person
Yeah.
who's manning the cow.
All right. Hello, would you like some milk?
Oh, go
We
ahead.
would like to actually talk about or inquire about your business here. This is very interesting. How do you make this work?
It's proprietary tech.
Really?
Yeah. The cat will
Oh,
get mad
who's-
if I share if I share the secrets.
Oh, the cat will get mad?
Yeah,
Yes.
so the cat is the owner of the technology.
No, the cat is the owner of the entire place.
No, but you're the
I
one who
hear
made
he's
the
also.
cow.
Yeah, of course I made the cow.
Oh,
Well,
okay, okay.
Well, not made. If you believe in God, then maybe God
But
made.
you
No, but you
engineered-
modified it, right? You know how to modify a livestock animal to become a dispensary.
Actually, I grew this one out of a vat. So yeah, maybe not God.
Okay, so you're the one who developed this cow.
Yes, but it's proprietary to the last trading house.
No, but I don't want a cow. I just want to know how to do this to livestock. You see, I am too a biomancer, but my focus thus far has been in enabling other people to live their best lives.
Well,
Sus.
I'm not sure the giving cow is in a very best life kind of deal right now. Moo.
I look at the cow. Does it look like it's like when she says that? Does it look like it's suffering or what?
Our test against a. That's an aura test against a. What's the term for that? Not moderate. The one below moderate.
Easy.
Easy.
Go.
Yeah.
What is the race of this sky person again?
It's the sky person.
Human, but also elemental-ish.
Is it a biomechanic thing?
Sure.
Is it a biomechanic thing?
Yes.
So that's a 6.
That's a 6.
No.
I rolled a 4. So.
Oh,
Okay. It seems that this the giving cow has been stripped of a personality.
Ooh.
So
Not
it-
best life.
It has dull, unseeing eyes, but it does occasionally
Thanks.
moo.
okay. It has no. It's just basically a meat dispensary now.
Yeah.
Oh.
My other
Okay.
question, or like my question in alternate to that is the sky person happy? Can I assess them using
That's also an
my-
aura test.
Do they have a name?
Can I use swindle the rich?
Sure. That's easy. It's easy. It's painted on her face.
17 plus a lot.
Alright.
20 something.
She is bored AF.
Okay.
In fact, your role is high enough that you can tell that she feels that her talents are not being utilized to their fullest.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And what's your name?
My name is Zuna Name Lost.
Could you repeat that?
I will type it down on the Twitch chat because the Twitch chat is what I can access.
Ah, okay. I will look at the Twitch chat.
Zuna Name Lost.
Zuna name lost.
Such
It's really name lost.
sound takeover. Yeah.
Let's do a project. Let's project management this hostile takeover.
Um.
I don't
Can
see
you,
it in the chat.
what's the name again? Zuina.
Zuna.
Name lost.
Zuna lame lost.
Name, like you lost your name.
Hmm.
So here's my reasoning. Like from the stuff that we've managed to find out so far separately, this place is full of biomancers, and it's run by a bored cat. So instead of being run by a bored cat, it should be run by an enthusiast of biomancy,
Yes.
which we have. So
Yes.
you know, this is all the rationale we need to take over this place from the
Wow.
cat.
I got an angle, I think. I'll start talking to Zuna. So, Zuna, how come your developed cow technology is proprietary to the cat? Isn't it your work?
Well, doesn't really matter, doesn't it? She says. The cats own everything.
Right. Sure. Okay. And who told you that?
Well, you have a cat, right? I've seen your cat. Doesn't he
Yes.
own you?
Here's the thing. When you travel a lot, you start to learn many things. And one of the things that you learn is that you own the cat as much that the cat owns you.
We do?
Yes, you do.
Oh wow.
There's
I'm so
only-
glad I'm not here.
So, that,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's why I'm allowed to spend all its money.
Yes. So, why is it that your work becomes profit for the cat and not for you? Isn't that weird?
Well, I do profit from it. It's not that I don't profit, she says.
Right. And exactly
I
how
get
much?
I get something called a commission.
Right. So, how much do you sell each bottle of the milk?
Well, each serving is 3 cash.
And how much do you get from each serving?
2 cash?
Oh, that's a lot.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How come you don't get 3 cash?
Well, because I rent the space here.
So if you sell 3,000 cash, you pay a thousand cash.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of cheating though? What does the cat do? Look at it, and I point at the cat lazing about.
When you point, she actually like grabs your arm and she says, "Put your arm down. Don't you? Pookie's not just a cat. Pookie's a white cat.
Ah, yes.
Have you?
Um,
They're like the highest form of cat."
right. And they're special, right?
Yes.
What lies? Lies!
No, I'm trying to goad information from this person because I don't know what white cat means.
Okay. Can you make me a charisma test? Against level 4.
It's a natural one.
It seems that for the moment you need to find another angle because um, pointing to the pointing at the cat seems to have triggered her fear response.
But that still
Uh,
teaches me something.
I'll get back to you. Rachel, what is
Mhm.
Truffo doing?
I'm gonna go to the satraps with the skeleton with the cinder flowers. So I'll try to sell the cinder flowers to them because it seems that they may not be like it's very feasible that they're not actually affected by radioactivity, like not to their detriment, right? So they may like the experience of the cinder flowers.
Okay.
But also because we both sound really weird in each other's heads, at least my monstrous sounds won't bother them. Like from what I know of Bahag Hari, it didn't bother him or them. Was Bahag Hari or them?
You you never quite figured it out.
Huh. So that is where Truffle will go with the skeleton to the satraps.
Okay. So in the end, in the entrance to the final embassy, you find two very large, very heavily armed prismatic walkers. It's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
think Star Wars. They're walking tanks, the
Okay.
ATSTs, except it's
Okay.
multicolored in the same way that the satraps are. And there's this like big dome thing on top.
Okay. That's good.
So as you approach, one of the walkers notices you and it repositions his legs.
I'll hail it.
State your business, business, business.
I would. So I'll also be like, I am here for trade.
Do you
I
have
just
any
want some help.
weapons on you, on you, on you?
I have this big fucking gun. I'll take out my gun and
Um, it it
my.
it also it also like releases a bunch of guns. Surrender your weapons before you enter. Enter,
Uh,
enter.
is there? Do you have a deposit box? Where should I put them?
They point to a concierge. There's this one satrap. They're going.
Okay. Then I'll go to this satrap. Then I'll put out. I'll take out my bow, my arrows, my battle sticks, my.
In contrast to the prismatic walker, the satrap is actually fairly pleasant. Like hello,
Yeah.
hello, hello.
Hello.
It gives you a box with the number,
Yeah. So
kind of
I'll
like
put my.
in a grocery store when you're depositing your bag.
Yeah. So I'll put my big fucking gun, battle stick, bow, arrows. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff. So I'll put it there. Pop, 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 pop. Can I bring my companion, this skeleton, inside? It is carrying my wares.
That is okay, okay, okay.
It's okay.
As
Okay.
long as the skeleton does not have weapons.
Oh, I take out its saber and I put it in the box.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may now enter.
Okay, I'll go in. They're so nice. They sound like me.
All right, inside the final embassy. The final embassy. Okay, as you go down below, it seems like it seems like the place feels like a coral reef almost, except they're glowing in the background. as you walk, it's very unusual. It's like you haven't actually entered a spectrum satrap building before. And then you see another satrap approach you. This one has clothing that is reminiscent to Bahaghari.
Oh, okay.
So unlike the super mechanic one and unlike the concierge one, this one seems like a business one.
This one's fairly familiar. All right, I will greet this person, and then I'll wait for the echoing in my head.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. What can I do for you, for you, for you?
I am here for trade. I have learned about your business from a Satra friend I made in the porcelain citadel called Bahaghari.
Ah, yes. Him.
I have
Have you
I
been
have
sent here,
goods.
sent here, sent here?
Oh,
For the crystal
what did he say?
rebirth.
Ha 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 ha. Protocol trip.
What does that mean?
You see. We have our prismatic crystals here.
Hmm.
There must be dozens of mines stored in these crystals. Perhaps they could store your backup too.
Ah, so they have backup drives in the form of crystals. Huh. I can get the concept.
Per-
Um,
Perhaps that is why you were sent here.
and I suppose, would you like for me to take something for it?
We will back you up.
Oh, it sounds too much like like my friend Crooked Ribbons, but
That
I
sounds
will
like a
pass.
porcelain prince.
Is it a very different concept
It
from
is,
what
it
they do?
is, it is. We do not want to fragment your mind. By
You only
storing
wish.
you in multiple bodies. We simply want to save your memory, so that if you die, you can choose for a rebirth.
Ah, I see. And how much would this privilege cost?
2,000 cash.
Unfortunately, I am not quite so wealthy as to afford it at the moment.
Ah,
But I am here for trade.
alas. Let's see what you have.
I'll explain the cinder flower. Like these are radioactive flowers that we picked and we have placed it in a jar, suspended in water inside this barrel that is suspended inside the skeleton. I am selling everything from the barrel inwards, not the skeleton.
Okay, how much cash did you spend on it so far? Like the
Um,
barrel, the things.
the barrel and the shit. The barrel was part of the vodka, so
Mm.
it was actually free.
Okay. If
The
anything, it's the
porcelain
skeleton.
was a loot.
The skeleton
Yeah,
might be expensive, right?
yeah.
But
But
she's not selling the skeleton.
I'm not selling the
Ah, you're
skeleton
not selling the skeleton. Mm. A
because
pity,
we needed to
pity.
carry his stuff. Unless you give a good price for the skeleton, of course.
We do not have a lot of necromancer mines.
Ah. Lord Hiss, I have a question, meta-wise. Do we know that if Lord Hiss can just make new skeletons?
Um, as far as Lotness knows, he has the necromancy skill, but I don't think he can build skeletons
You
just
don't know the spell. Is
Yeah.
Ah,
the
okay.
limitation.
So, note to self, in the future, when you have more skeletons, you can sell them here.
Yeah.
I shall try to pick up the spell as soon as possible.
Okay. They're willing to give you 500 cash if you include the skeleton.
But what about the flower? It's radioactive.
Yes. It's pretty. We will find uses for it. For it.
Ah, but unfortunately, the skeleton is a very valuable part of our exploration caravan. So it is not something that we can sell.
How
Tell you,
much did we buy the skeleton for?
No, it was part of the caravan. The caravan was
Ah.
3,500.
a
So the
pity,
value
pity,
of
pity.
the caravan was 1,700.
The satraps offer you um, 300 cash for for everything without the skeleton.
No,
Oh,
seems okay. Okay.
good.
Let us sell it then. At least we're no longer burdened by a radioactive thing. Okay. Okay. It's a whole sack of stuff. Caravan. Would you also like two rat carcasses, a revolver?
Hmm. It's not of interest to us, to us, to us. But the
Fair enough.
rats might be of interest to a biomancer, mancer.
That's true. These rats used to eat these radioactive flowers.
Oh. Can you roll me a charisma test? Easy.
Seven. You know what? I'll roll on you that one. It's good for selling. 6 plus 9.
9.
Hmm.
They're not interested.
Ah.
Uh,
Then
I
I'll
rolled high for
go for a
once.
biomass.
So
Yeah.
I'll ask him though. We do have a prismatic demon metal. Is that something that you would be interested in? I'll describe the properties of this prismatic demon metal.
would they be? Hmm.
But I think the biomancers would be more interested in it.
Probably.
They're not interested. Sorry.
Okay. So I'll just, give my goodbyes and then I'll leave
Okay.
with my skeleton. Make sure the skeleton's there. They're nice, friendly people. I'll get my weapons back before I
Yeah.
forget.
As you get your weapons, the concierge was actually drawing your big fucking gun. But when you got there,
Oh,
when you got there, he returned it, no problem.
okay. Are you interested in these sorts of weaponry, sir?
Oh no. I would just like to see if this is something that we can replicate.
Ah,
But the tech seems very advanced.
if if you would have some time and a bit of cash, I could explain it to you.
Okay.
Hmm.
How much cash are you asking for this presentation?
What's a nice service? Ask for 300 cash.
She
I don't know
quickly
what they're
loses
reasonable.
interest for a demo.
Not a demo. I'll explain how it works and the batteries
A
involved and all
demo.
of that. Yes,
You're not selling him the gun, right? You're just showing him how it
no.
works. So no,
Well,
three hundred.
what's his negotiated price for a demo?
A demo's two cash.
No. Let's have a demo then. I'll roll a I'll roll it for a demo.
Two
Okay.
cash is better than no cash.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Eric, you have another body, right? Another crooked
Yeah,
remains.
I'm visiting
What
the
is
princess.
okay? So you are aware of three main princes in the area.
Mm. Oh, okay.
The highest ranking porcelain princess is Angel 22 Unity.
What?
Okay.
She is
22.
polite, rich, and she has her mask is made of opal.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's like actual opal instead of porcelain. So she
Fancy.
welcomes you, and She asks you what you know of the, what you are researching on.
Oh, me. Um, hmm. Well, my studies have always been a mixture of biomancy and old tech. And recently, I learned how to use computers to attack others both in points and in spirit. It was quite poggers.
It was quite what?
And
Sorry?
they were all scrubs. Um,
They were all
Oh right, that's why. Because you learn esports.
Yeah, you're in esports.
They were all
So
scrubs.
incidentally,
so
in-
I got up to diamond rank, but I think the rank after that was supposed to be porcelain, but we had to leave.
um, you Angel actually switches jargon and she says, "That's hacks, man." And then she says, "Tell you what, I heard that the moons are computers in a sense. Maybe if you can apply that, you can tell me something about them." She says,
Hmm.
as she brandishes her wine glass.
How do I access the moons?
Ah, all you have to do is get to the near moon.
Where's that?
She points to the nearest moon. You fly.
Oh. Okay, so I need to fly first. At some point, I can build myself wings, maybe.
It does seem like the tower, the magnetism of the tower, is causing the moons to be closer here than anywhere else in the ultraviolet grasslands.
Okay, okay.
Anyway,
Well, that's interesting.
you do have a room here as an honorary member of the Porcelain Princess.
Oh, that's good. I forgot. I haven't been this far before. Unless I have. Um, have you seen me pass by here before?
You haven't been here in a
I-
100
I-
years.
I show photos. 100 years. That seems too long ago. Hmm. Okay, so if I came through this way, I didn't stop by the Serai. Okay.
No, you did.
No, 100 years ago, but not recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tinkered with
So-
one of the older computers.
Mm. Let's see. Which one of me is that? Did I go further into the grasslands? 100 years ago?
Ah,
I
it's
don't
been
remember
a
I came back.
while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
She
I
says.
don't remember that body.
It might be. It
Okay,
might be
okay.
original.
Maybe. Okay.
Oh
Let's
well,
see.
you could ask. You could ask Lacquerstone for a body.
Lacquer stone.
He's the accountant of the place.
Ah,
There's
so
one of
he
him
would
right
have
now.
better notes. Yeah. Oh, let's call him over. Come here. Lacquer stone.
Yeah. Make sure you're guarding the place. He seems to be bossing around another porcelain prince.
Mm-hmm.
He has someone who's wearing a black helmet.
Oh, there's another one. Who's that?
Oh, that's black helmet 60 plurality.
Oh.
Well, 62.
60 plurality. 60.
Oh, 60
60.
plurality. Oh, okay.
Yes. Lacquerstone says. Yes. The black helmet is bonded to me. He says.
bonded.
Oh, why is that? Why aren't you all just lacquer stone then?
Because he's the guard. I don't want to do that.
Fair.
Interesting. So you've named yourself differently based on function.
No, Angel says. Lacquerstone has taken over Black Helmet. Black Helmet has made the mistake of... What's the word? Having too many bodies? Yes. You do know that at a certain point, what's his name? Lackerstone says, you do know that at a certain point, there can be too many bodies. Remember gentle 360 war, he says. And then Angel says, gentle 360 was a fool.
I see. But Clayfire seems to do okay. Clayfire has 100 bodies.
Clayfire? What does Clayfire do?
Oh, that's true. Clayfire's a guard too.
At a certain point, they just become simpler.
Oh, that reminds me. If one of you, if one of you could send one of you back to the Porcelain Citadel to help repair the heads, that would be helpful because Mason's busy.
Okay.
Oh, but
sorry, my
have
other.
you seen me? I hold out my photos of myself, my horror self, my kidnapped self. Sometime before the last 100 years, or during the last 100 years.
Angel takes out a monocle and then looks at the picture. Unfortunately, no. But that one points at your monstrous body. That one is definitely the one that passed by here 100 years ago.
Oh, that's a while ago.
The monstrous body.
Okay.
Oh,
Is
come
that
to
your
think of
horror
it.
self?
Maybe the girl too.
Passed by 100 years ago. That seems a lot longer ago than I remember.
Yeah. It's possible that that's why you don't remember. She says. Because, especially when we're going back 1-2 centuries, you start forgetting things, especially those that are not important.
So it's possible I lost my other selves 100 years. That doesn't fit.
It doesn't.
They do age, right?
Okay. I will think about this more closely. But could you tell me what they were doing? Maybe that will help. If Lackerstone has records, I can look through.
Lackerstone mostly was tinkering with the computers.
Can I use the computers?
Yeah, if you can figure out the password. Points to.
Okay, I'll try.
It's this gaudy thing. The screen actually has a back.
Oh. Bok, bok, bok.
So it's kind of like this box.
The CRT.
Yeah. As you turn it on, tak. The text is green. And then you hear a lot of whirring in the background as the machines in the background start spinning.
Okay. So to figure out the password for this machine,
I
will look over its physical body.
You know it.
And I will look for a post-it. Oh, I know it. Okay. I don't need the post-it.
Yeah. You log in.
The password.
See, it's yours. I'll leave you to it then, Lacker says, as he goes back to his accounting stuff.
Oh.
What is the password?
So I do have a computer here.
Unfortunately, these are old spinning drives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not very good at keeping a lot of files. Most of them are corrupted because of old age.
Okay.
You can probably try like scraping something out.
Okay. I'll
Remember
If I have to do something, defragging. If I have to like,
can you roll me a thought test?
Dust the monitor, open up the case and take out all the dust bunnies that are like this big. I've seen computers like that. It's the worst.
Can you roll me a
what am I
thought
rolling?
test? And what is your skill?
I have old tech.
Old tech. This is exactly old tech. So
Okay.
you have advantage. Oh wait, advantage or double for advantage? Advantage.
Is it advantage? It's advantage. Okay.
Difficult. Moderate. Sorry,
nice.
moderate.
So thought test is 18.
Okay. You clean it up a little. It's an audio file.
Okay. I
You say you've
This is the audio file.
been gone, but I know you didn't promise me at all. And then you hear, don't you remember my smile you were holding in your arms? And then the first voice goes, when we sang in the light rebuilder.
Cremilder?
Rebuilder. Rebuild.
Oh. Okay.
Both of those are yours.
Hmm.
But it seems
They're
like they were
all-
talking to each other.
That's weird.
And we'll end there.
But it's the two I'm looking for. Okay.
Yes, yeah, it's the two you're looking for. Oh wait, sorry.
It's a two.
No,
Okay.
one of them is you.
One of them. Oh, one of them's my voice.
Yeah.
Like this body's voice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, what? Are
Huh.
you the horror?
What did they talk about?
Something about
It's like been gone. They didn't promise me at all. Don't you remember my smile you were holding in your arms when we sang in the light
Sounds
rebuilder?
like sounds like a song, like lyrics to a song.
Yeah.
Would it be possible that you were lovers with one of your bodies before the body became a polybody horror?
Well, it's possible also.
I want to explore that idea, but I don't think that's appropriate for Twitch.
Wait, so
Maybe when we
Oh,
log
isn't-
off later.
isn't that part of your backstory, or
Yes, it
was
is.
I mistaken?
It's not
And-
my
Because
backstory.
you're
By the way,
looking for your body.
We are going to
Was-
end there.
Yeah.
I think it's a good place to end.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. So, thank you for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I will allow. I will not allow. I will ask each of you to do any quick promo that you want to do, or pass if you don't have anything to promote. Because we're on Twitch, and that's what
Yeah.
people do in Twitch, I think.
I guess. I was just gonna get lunch.
What do we promo? If you're an artist, merchant, or crafter from Southeast Asia, or Asia diaspora, and you're interested in boothing, applications are currently going on for artists, merchants, and crafters for Session Zero. So you can check it out at sessionzerocon.com.
Yay!
All of us are there, I think. Natum, you haven't signed up.
Busy.
Natum's busy.
Working.
Shao, do you want to promote Mere Gods?
Oh yeah, hi, hello, yeah, check this out. You can find this. It's Mere Gods. It's a adventure site for, well, I guess Southeast Asian inspired fantasy with a bit of horror in it. And you can check it out too on my website. You can just look at it at Curious Chimeras and we'll also be at Session Zero, so you can see us there as well. Thank you very much for joining us today on this adventure.
Yay! Anyone else?
You're crying vampire.
I'm Zedeck. I write for 1,000 Islands, which is a series of zines. 1000islands.com. That's it.
Yes. Natum, anything?
I will pass for this time because I'm already so busy.
Sure,
Don't
sure.
want to get
No
more
problem.
jobs.
Erich, anything new?
No, I'm with Session Zero.
Cool. As for me, you can find me here at this Twitch channel or in YouTube as Buko Juice RPG. You can also find me as Buko Juice everywhere. I have a blog spot for Buko Juice. I have an itch. I have a Patreon, BJ Games. I'm BJ Games on Patreon because strangely all iterations of Buko Juice are taken. So I work for BJ Games. You will be able to find me later tonight. I have a late night Buko Juice tonight where I will just randomly talk about stuff. I think I will talk about. I haven't figured it out yet. I had an
Yeah.
idea, but I
But
forgot.
the last one was really good, so
Yeah.
I recommend anyone watching to go watch that as well.
Thanks, thanks, thanks. All right. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.